So it's amazing. These two teams played 10 days apart. It shows you the power of home court advantage, certainly. And you heard Tommy Lloyd say there that they changed some things offensively. What did you see? What was different about this Arizona team and the way they played tonight?
Yeah, you just said it in the adjustments, and he talked about that. And what I saw is the overriding thing to me was just the toughness of Arizona. I thought UCLA punched Arizona in the mouth. And Pauly, look at the screens right there that Koloko set. Those screens and Pauly's were fought everywhere. Look at how high Ballo is and how hard he sets the screen. That gives Kriisa some room, and that's why Kriisa knocked down that jump shot. That's why he was 0-12 in the game in Pauly. Here's another pick and roll, and you can just see that gets him inside. It was the toughness of Arizona's screens. It's the way they set it up. And I think it's the reason that Tommy Lloyd's going to be Coach of the Year, because we weren't sure. He's never been a head coach. Things have been pretty easy for him, and he adjusted on the fly. You said it within 10 days, kind of not a brand new scheme, but really did a great job, I thought, instituting or implementing that offense in a great way. Yeah,
there were 5 guys in double figures for Arizona. Azuolas Tubelis, and I think, we talked about this with Ernie Kent when he was in studio earlier, just about how this team needs. You can tell how much Azuolas Tubelis means to this team, because when he was hurt and playing through the injury, not quite what we've seen this Arizona team in past, but 14 points in 19 minutes on the bench late, because according to Tommy Lloyd, for defensive matchups, not necessarily because he didn't want him to play. But what did you see from him tonight that made you feel good about where he's headed?
Well, he's the one mismatch that UCLA can't guard. He's the 4-man for Arizona, and UCLA doesn't have a 4 as big, 6'10", 255 that runs the court like he does. They went to him really early. You could see it. It was like it was on the whiteboard before the game, and they did a great job listening to their coach Tommy Lloyd. And I think it really set the stage again for just the toughness part, just Arizona trying to match UCLA's toughness, the experience. I thought Tiger Campbell in that first game was all over Kerr Kriisa. Kriisa did a better job, not a perfect job, but did a better job tonight at dealing with that pressure.
Can we talk about Kerr Kriisa?
Oh, yeah.
Because I think he has enough swagger for all of us. I mean, this kid, he obviously had a lot of pressure on him coming into this game after going 0 for 12, but he's,
that was last week.
That was last
Saturday.
Week. Yeah. So tell me, he's like everyone's favorite villain.
He is the new villain in the Pac-12. He reminds me of like Ian Poulter or Sergio Garcia in the Ryder Cup. I mean, if you're European, you love him. If you're American, you can't stand him. And right now, nobody in the Pac-12 likes him except the Arizona fans. And a couple of them were probably unsure if they liked him on some of the shots he was taking. He's a little bit loosey-goosey. He's a freewheeling guy. And and if you're on his team, you got to love the way he plays. I think he needs to figure some things out. He's a young player. I mean, let's face it. He's really still a freshman, and he's trying to figure out how to play in big games against really tough, strong teams like UCLA. And I thought he did a pretty good job tonight. He really got punched in the mouth last week at UCLA, but he was much better tonight, and I think he'll be much better the rest of the year.
I think the thing that's fun is that this UCLA-Arizona matchup, maybe we'll see it in Vegas in the Pac-12 tournament.
By the way, how good is, you just mentioned that, just hit me. How good is that going to be if that happens?
It's going to be great.
In Vegas.
It's
Arizona
we don't
fans,
cheer for things
UCLA,
here,
you guys better get your fans out there.